Welcome back to economics learning. Today we discuss dual gap or two gap model. The underdeveloping countries are characterized with wispy vicious circle of poverty. As a result, the people of the underdeveloping countries have to face the shortage of savings, but for the sake of economic development, they are desirous to raise investment. With they suffer from domestic resources constraints, that is, they have to face that phenomenon of the shortage of saving, which is given the name of the saving gap. It is written as I minus S. Again, it has been observed that underdeveloping countries produce and export primary and agricultural goods, but these goods command very poor prices in the world market. On the other side, the underdeveloping countries are over ambitious to attain economic development in the shortest possible time period. As a result, they have to face higher marginal propensity to imports. It means that the imports of underdeveloping countries are far more than their export. In other words, the foreign payment of underdeveloping countries are greater than foreign receipt of underdeveloping countries. Accordingly, they have to face foreign exchange constraints, that is, they suffer from shortage of foreign exchange, which is given the name of foreign exchange gap. It is written as M minus X. Thus, according to this criterion, which has been presented by Hollis, Sanchez and Stroud 1966 and then by Maisel 1968, the justification of foreign aid rises because of the existence of two gaps, that is saving gap and foreign exchange gap, which come into being in gap. Saving gap and foreign exchange gap which come into being under developing countries. Such gaps are realized in the presence of pursuit for economic development. According to the Chenry and Strout, in order to attain some particular growth rate in underdeveloping countries, there are two separate and inadequate types of obstacles which they call saving gap and foreign exchange gap. Such gap, according to Chenry, will be filled by through the flow of foreign resources, and the desirable targeted rate of economic growth will be attained. According to these economists, these gap in the light of national income accounting remain equal identical in the ex post sense, but they are not equal in the ex ante sense. It is demonstrated as NI equation in the four sector economies. Y is equal to C plus I plus into X minus M, as S is equal to Y minus C. Then solving the above equation and substituting for S, or Y minus C is equal to I plus X minus M, or S is equal to I plus X minus M. Next we see that S plus M is equal to I plus X, or I minus S is equal to M minus X. The last equation shows that I minus S is equal to saving gap and M minus X is equal to foreign exchange gap remain equal in the ex post sense. Accordingly, they are identical and can be written in the form of an identical, that is I minus S is equal to X minus M minus X, but they don't remain same in the ex ante sense. Now we explain how such gap rise, or they do not remain equal, or why they do not remain equal. It is common fact which one can find from the theory of trade that if at any time I greater than S, the country concerned will face balance of payment deficit. Again, if M greater than X, it shows that the country is using more resources than the resources at its disposal. In this way, the trade gap will rise. Thanks for watching.